Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Monday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Brett Pritchard, and we'll be with you until 1 o'clock today, taking your comments and talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics and beyond. We appreciate all of you out there joining us today. A lot to talk about. We will get to as much as we can. Of course, we got all week, so we'll continue to break down what Auburn did on Saturday. Auburn and Mississippi State, a resounding win for the Auburn Tigers, 56-16. We talked about this possibly being a breakout game for the Auburn offense. It was that in spades. We talked about this being a breakout game for Bo Nix, 335 yards passing, and he only threw 21 passes. Just a phenomenal performance. You can tell he is getting more and more comfortable. The chemistry is beginning to form between him and the wide receivers. A healthy Seth, not even 100%, but a pretty healthy Seth Williams and a pretty healthy Anthony Schwartz, and all of a sudden Auburn's receivers look like a dominating force when you especially add in Eli Stove, Will Hastings, and Sal Cannella, who's all of a sudden got glue on his hands.
Yeah, he can't drop anything.
So I knock on wood. But so much to talk about. We'd love to hear from you. You are always a big part of this program, so comment away. Just dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page. That's Sports with a Z. And comment away. We'd love to hear from you. We appreciate all of you out there joining us, whether that be on 105.1 The Lake or Charter Channel 3, Charter Channel 21, maybe 187, 190, depending on if you're in the northern or southern part of the state. But Facebook Live, we appreciate all of you out there and would love to interact with you in some way on today's show. We're brought to you, as always, by Russell Do-It Center with 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply needs, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center. Also, Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, for all your mortgage needs. They're saving people money each and every day. They would love to just sit down and talk with you about refinancing your mortgage. Interest rates are really good right now. They could probably save you a lot of money. All it takes is one sit down. Thousands of dollars a year. 256-397-0248. That's 256-397-0248. Brett, hard to complain about anything that took place on Saturday inside Jordan Hare Stadium. 4 fumbles. Auburn lost 3 of them. That continues to be an issue. Need to clean that up. Gus made mention of that. But just, as far as you think about dominating performances, offensively, defensively, special teams, this was just a beat down from Auburn against Mississippi State.
And look, none of us are some type of soothsayer, so we don't have a crystal ball to look in the future. But I just kind of had a feeling that, this was building up to be this kind of team this year. And I'd watched some of Mississippi State play, the few games they'd played up to that point, and they're not the same team they were last year, especially on defense. And and I said it last week a couple of times on the show. If Auburn was a true contender this year, and a team that's gonna challenge for the West, then they'll take care of Mississippi State pretty handily at home, and they did. And they opened up the game, and this is 2 weeks in a row now. Auburn's gotten off to a fast start. Hated to say, let's look ahead last Friday, but we looked ahead last Friday to what this could be coming up this Saturday, and it is. In-game day is coming. And, it was not that they had a lot else to choose from. If you look at the schedule, I figured that if Auburn held serve and out in Florida somehow didn't lay an egg against Towson State, then it'd be the biggest game in the country. So here in a short 5-week span to open up the college football season, Auburn will have had maybe the biggest game on the slate 2 out of those 5 weeks, coming up with with Florida this coming up week. But again, it was just overall we wanted Bo Nix to have. I think it was more we wanted Bo Nix to have. This was a good opportunity for him to have that breakout game, and he did. And he looked so comfortable throwing the ball around, and receivers making great catches, offensive line continuing to block really well. And we knew that his numbers were vanilla to this point, but not so much anymore.
Oh, no. And the way the game started for the first time really all year, Auburn's defense comes out ready to play from the get-go. I mean, they just were like
down.
They were like a bunch of rabid dogs turned loose, no pun intended, against Mississippi State.
We tried to take their dog out. So.
Negative 24 yards or something like that, their first two possessions. Auburn gets gets a nice return from Christian Tutt. You start on Mississippi State's 30-yard line. It could not have worked out better. Finally, the defense gives the offense some momentum right out of the gate. The first play from scrimmage, it's a 30-yard touchdown. So everybody does their job. And then, it's the same thing again. Auburn comes, defense comes out. They hold Mississippi State 3 and out. Auburn gets another great field position, and they're running downhill from there. Of course, the fumble on the kickoff, and it's 21-0 before you even blink. And like you're talking about the fast start, but it was everybody involved. It was both sides starting fast, and the defense giving the offense that short field, I think, what was pretty important. A lot going on, and a lot to talk about today as far as the bigger picture is concerned of college football. With California signing the bill, Governor Newsom out there in California signing the bill to let athletes in California profit off their name and likeness, and everything that's entailed, which won't take place until 2023, how that's going to change college football, or at least the fight that's going to ensue for the next 4 years. But we'll concentrate on Auburn for these first couple of segments. We talked about last week looking at this game, kind of reflecting back on what we thought the game might look like. Auburn far exceeded our expectations. I only set the 425 total yards mark, and they blew by that. And quite frankly, let's be honest, Auburn could have scored 80.
They could have.
If they wanted to.
You knew right out of the gate, especially after the first quarter, that they weren't even in our stratosphere, and that was such a good feeling to know that we just kept putting the pressure on. Though we didn't roll over and allow them to make a big play or two and get back in it. It was 42-9 at half, wasn't that the score? That was really my prediction for the game. I said, man, if we win this one like 42, I think I actually said 42-10 or 38-10 or 38-17 even. I threw a few scores out there. But somewhere in that vicinity, I felt great. Good Lord. I looked up and, I kind of put a little funny post out at half and got a close one going on at Jordan-Hare here at halftime tonight.
Yeah.
It was 42-9. And so, but it's good because last year we played terrible and still had a chance to win on the road. Schrader, they got a good one in him.
He's obviously solidified that job.
Well, when he came in, I was like, well, what was the other guy doing in there to begin with? What were you waiting on to get down 21-0 before you wanted to play? So Mississippi State, with him, he's the imps of Nick Fitzgerald. He runs the ball. He looks like him a little bit outside the Amish beard and stuff that he's got. But he seems to be a player that's going to cause some other teams some problems. But Auburn, once again, has proven this defense, all the hype around it in the offseason, they're living up to billing. And I'm excited to see that, and I'm really excited to see that our offense seems to take another step every week.
They definitely, the last 2 weeks against real competition in Texas A&M, Mississippi State, have really taken some big steps forward.
Not that Oregon wasn't real competition.
No. I'm just talking about.
But the last the two conference games.
You start out with Oregon, the offense kind of muddles through until they get hot in the end and play well in the second half. But against Texas A&M, we saw some pretty consistent play from the offense. And, again, Bo Nix looks more and more comfortable. But Joey Gatewood, 0 rushes in this game.
We missed that one.
But he threw 3 passes.
I know it. I'm going to say this, and I had a couple of guys come up to me after the game, and you can see why Bo Nix, is in the position he's in and what Gus Malzahn, I think, sees in him moving forward in the long term and where he is now.
Leading rusher.
Again, here we go. We're starting to see Bo Nix be a guy that Gus Malzahn's not afraid at all to run the ball, and he's showing that he is truly a dual threat out there running the football, which we were all apprehensive about before the season started. He hits a couple of those deep balls against Texas A&M. His numbers look a lot different there too. He hit those deep balls in this game. Makes a big difference in your numbers.
Yep.
So again, not a ton of pass attempts for him as far as for what you would be looking at from an SEC quarterback standpoint, but very efficient. 16 of 21.
And had 2 drops.
That's right. So he's pretty accurate.
He's
pretty accurate.
And got a DJ Williams sighting for the first time this season. I'm telling you, I go back to the spring, and that guy, I know it was against a beaten Mississippi State team, but he's got an energy about him, and he hits the hole. Just to watch the way he moves.
Why did he get in that late?
That's a great question.
I mean, what is the deal about this?
I don't know.
I mean,
I get it. I'm just glad he got some carries. I was just glad.
5-0, and we're in the fourth quarter. In a blowout game. Let's go and stick him in.
We're up against our first break here on the Auburn Blitz. We'll get some of your comments when we come back right after this.
Employee pricing continues at Bice Motors. Lease the 2019 Dodge Challenger for $289 a month with 0 down. Get 0% financing plus $4,500 consumer cash on 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Get a 2019 Jeep Compass Sport for $19,500.
We guarantee the lowest price, or we'll pay you the difference in price twice.
Employee pricing continues at Bice Motors in Alex City.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Boaters in the Lake Martin area know whether you need service, maintenance, repairs, a great selection of pre-owned boats, or a brand new pontoon. Alex City Marine at the corner of 63 and 280 is there for you. Thanks to a record-setting sales year, Alex City Marine now has one of the finest pre-owned inventories they've ever had. Repairs, service, routine maintenance, for all your boating needs. See the pros the locals know. Alex City Marine at the corner of 63 and 280. Check them out online at alexcitymarine.com.
Hillby Towers is an affordable senior citizen community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East, where spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living, where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more about Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552, where your family at Hillby Towers. That's 256-329-0552.
Lake Martin Building Supply, located on Dayville Road in Alexander City. Owners Tiffany and Michael Huff believe in constantly improving their inventory for you. From deer corn, feeders, to Valspar paint, to top quality lumber and RV section, Lake Martin Building Supply welcomes each customer that comes through the door with a warm hello and a pleasant goodbye, and come back to see us real soon. That's Lake Martin Building Supply, Dayville Road. Call today, 256-234-5500.
The Prestige Selection at Gill's Auto Sales in Opelika has the largest selection of prestige cars, trucks, and SUVs in Central and East Alabama, all with financing available, little to no money down, and extended warranties. Get pre-qualified in under 2 minutes, online or from your mobile device at GillsPrestigeOnline.com. It's the Prestige Selection at Gill's Auto Sales, 1430 Gateway Drive in Opelika.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for about 45 more minutes in today's show.
Can we get some comments going?
Yeah, let's run through some.
And Scott opened up with "What's up, War Eagle?" Got to say that the Tigers looked good on Saturday, and how about Bo Nix hitting those deep balls? It was
great to see.
Just loosened everything up and helped out with that. Jonathan said, "Good seeing you, Andy." Didn't want to see me
at the ball game.
And so I guess okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about today. I was going to say, there you go, checking in with you. We got to see you at the game. Scott said, finally got to see DJ. Just got a text. It's a good question. Didn't see Harold Joyner, did we?
I don't recall seeing his number on the field.
What did he do?
According to people 2 weeks ago, he needs to practice harder.
Okay.
Learn how to practice consistently.
Scott said, heard that the SEC Nation is going to be in Gainesville in addition to game day. And I said last week I felt like game day would be at Auburn, at Florida, because really there ain't nothing else to choose from. I hate to be that way, but this is the only matchup of 2 top 10 teams in the country on Saturday. It's the third time that SEC Nation's been in an Auburn game. So they're liking the Tigers. Patrick said not to be negative. Our secondary needs some help. I'm not going to argue with you on that. He said Mississippi State's true freshman quarterback, referring to Schrader, going to be a baller. I agree. I thought he came in and definitely looked a lot better than what they had in there. I was like, why did it take 3 possessions to decide you're going to put him in there? Florida's offensive line says is even more questionable than Texas A&M. Derek and Marlon, will eat. What has happened to Nick Coe? I don't know. That's been the question for a lot of us for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So it'll be interesting to see. But look, man, if you look at film from an offensive line standpoint in this conference, and you see Auburn on your schedule, you ain't looking forward to it. I can just tell you that. But I will say this, Nick Coe, what has happened to him, man?
I don't know. They say he's banged up.
Well, I'm so tired of
that's a convenient
and TD
excuse.
Moultrie must just not. I guess there's just ain't options.
I don't know.
There's not even options.
I've kind of, I hate to say it, so I've kind of given up on that. I'm already looking at maybe who's the next one behind him that we've got a chance to have a decent defensive end. Caleb Johnson, is he Big Cat Bryant? He plays well in spurts, but it seems like Derek Brown, Marlon Davison, Truesdell, those are the guys that are getting the push up the middle that are making the quarterback uncomfortable. We don't really, unless we're blitzing, and we do well. We get there when we blitz, but we don't really have an outside pass rusher right now on either side of the ball consistently, and that's concerning because, again, the teams we're going to play are going to get better and better and better.
They are going to get better and better, and I don't know. Look, the defense is working right now. never hurts to have depth. It was good to see Quanius Miller out there early in the game, getting some guys back in the flow and in the rotation. But, I mean, it would be great to have Nick Coe step up and then T.D. Moultrie to kind of join the party, you know.
Patrick says the SEC Nation is going to the Georgia-Tennessee game.
Okay,
so there's a dissenting view here.
Yeah, so they must have decided that, and it would make sense that you would have them in a different location than you would.
Maybe they were going there.
Maybe they were
until
game day decided and they made the switch. Wooten had the best game at linebacker for me, Patrick said. And Chandler Wooten, I mean, he's playing well.
He really is.
There's a lot of guys on that defense.
I saw Rob Pate, wrote an article that said, he went to see Chandler Wooten before the game because they have this new thing now called the Legacy Connection, where you go in, you're allowed to go in if you're a former player and kind of sit down and talk with the guy that wears your old number. Pretty cool. So Rob Pate talked about him going in there and talking to Chandler Wooten and talking to several of the other guys that were around there, and the linebackers, and talking about how impressive they were and how, just letting them know how everybody was so proud of them and the effort that they're giving right now. And it's kind of interesting that he ends up having a great game. Maybe buoyed on by that conversation. Who knows?
That's pretty cool to be able to see some guys that come back that wore that number, and you can kind of have that bond with them, you know. And again, an association, because I'm pretty sure, I'm not saying he didn't, but I would guess that Chandler Wooten probably didn't know who Rob Pate was.
And interestingly, he said also Freddie Smith was there as well, who wore 31 too, that was in there in the locker room. And he said he made sure to say, because he surely wouldn't know this, he said that guy right there was one of the best that ever played, because he's Auburn's all-time leading tackler and was just a tackling machine. He said that guy, you need to know that is and pay attention.
Well, and it gives that prominence. Say, look,
absolutely,
who's all worn this number in the past and stuff like that. So I like that. That's a pretty cool twist. I didn't know that was going on.
I believe DJ will get more carries now, especially after the late fumbles by the other guys. That's the thing we talked about when we started.
We do have
fumbles.
a problem.
We got a fumble. Now, the one Bo Nix, you could see that one coming, and I don't know what you do about that. I don't know how you can coach him to make that not happen.
That guy's going to punch it out.
He just came from behind.
Everybody said they saw it coming. I mean, when you saw him, the guy closing in on him, I mean, you're taught to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, he did what he was supposed to do, thank goodness.
He didn't even try to tackle him. I mean, it was just, let's just knock the ball out.
That's it.
Just a good thing for Auburn, and then it went forward and out of bounds. But nonetheless.
And by the way, Seth Williams was down on that.
What are you doing? Blow the whistle.
Blow the whistle, and then how about go back and look at it? But because it was so far, we were so far ahead, they decided not to do. I mean, but still, you should still do the same things you do when it's 0-0 as if it was 52-0. Yeah. I mean,
well, that's the only reason it wasn't 49-9
I know it was. Seriously, but you never know when that play might come back and bite you. I mean, ask UCLA and Washington State. I mean, not to say, and I hope to goodness we never blow about a 40-point lead, or it was about 30-something really, but
49-17, wasn't it?
That's right. So
up against another break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
At Mortgage Pro, we won't be able to finance a new car or new boat. We can't open you a checking account. Mortgage Pro specializes in mortgage loans. If you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, the only way to go is Mortgage Pro. We can close in 15 days or less. We can offer the best rates in the mortgage industry. And we can waive appraisal fees on any new loan from September 1st until December 31st. Call Mortgage Pro today.
LMG Advertising Agency offers a comprehensive marketing solution tailored to each of our clients' needs. We are a full-service marketing firm offering website design and development, video production, social media marketing, search engine optimization, and overall branding that includes logo design, brochures, mailouts, and more. Our experienced team of marketing professionals would love to come up with a marketing strategy that will deliver results for you and your business. Learn more at lmgadagency.com or call today to start at 256-825 888-533-0197.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control for generations, and now with EnviroCare, you can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs. EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. EnviroCare's Centricon system protects your home year-round. Call the professionals at EnviroCare throughout East Central Alabama for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
Cater your tailgate and game day parties with Chicken Salad Chick. All the Chick favorites like Buffalo Barkley, Kickin' Kaylin, and Sassy Scotty make the perfect dips and sandwich platters. Chicken Salad Chick is always a great choice when planning for a crowd. Our grab-and-go quick chicks make it easy. And now for a limited time, Rockin' Rita is back. Made with Wickles spicy red relish, this flavor has a kick of spice. Chicken Salad Chick and fall football, the perfect matchup.
WOTM, your TV home for high school sports in Alabama. This Thursday on WOTM, catch the AHSAA High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Ox Foundation. This week's matchup will feature the Hoover Bucks versus the Tuscaloosa County Wildcats. Stay with WOTM through the postseason for live games all 4 weeks of the playoffs. WOTM, the home of AHSAA Super 7, live from Jordan-Hare.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace. Smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for about 30 more minutes in today's show. Gus Malzahn, a very animated Gus Malzahn this year.
Yeah, boys, we're going like this.
Seemingly more
going
than
like
ever.
this.
He is in, as
I like to see that.
Yeah, as they said last week.
Marcus Spears said you better be scared of it.
You see Gus doing this and acting this way. And look, I mean, let's just – there's no question that Auburn announced itself as a realistic contender. Now, that may be undercut.
They'll really take
Florida,
the next step. No, they'll really take the next step this Saturday in doing that.
But I'm saying, I mean, but people look at that and say, wow, this team's getting better.
Here's the problem.
And they got a great-looking defense, and they could cause a lot of problems for a lot of people.
Well, here's the problem with that right now, which ain't really a problem, but Auburn's 7, and they're really not going to move up any until they start beating the teams in front of them. So that's coming later. They got LSU, Alabama, and Georgia. So
well, if Clemson keeps playing like they're playing, they're going to continue to fall.
I don't know that they'll ever move them past 2 because they're the defense. No, I really don't. I mean, I don't think
North Carolina is not good.
Well, no, they're not good, but they won, and they do that every year. They find a way to squeak through. The last 2 years, it's been Syracuse. 2 years ago, they beat them. Clemson does this. This is what we talked about several times on this show with Dabo Swinney, okay? Dabo Swinney's an outstanding coach. There is no doubt about it. Nobody's questioning that. Everybody talks about him being the heir apparent to Nick Saban in Alabama, and he may very well be. Don't know. Don't really know why you'd want to if you're building what you built at Clemson. With that being said, Dabo Swinney is always going to do this at least once a year. Now, he survives it most of the time, but sometimes he doesn't. Pittsburgh, Syracuse, this year happened to be a terrible North Carolina team. Sometimes his teams don't show up ready to play. And it does remind me a lot of Coach Tuberville's teams. Coach Tuberville would lose a game he wasn't supposed to lose, but win all the big ones. And sometimes it's unexplainable, but Dabo Swinney does that, man. I'm not saying that Clemson is what they were last year, because I don't think they are. And it's hard for Trevor Lawrence to live up to what he did last year. But Clemson's still good, and I don't think
I'm not saying they're
lose.
not good, but if they continue to play
We'll see. I mean, they're the defending champs and they ain't lost. I don't know that. I think a lot of people have been clamoring to get Alabama ahead of them anyway, and it just kind of felt out of place. You know what? Clemson may be going, thanks. I mean, finally got out of that number 1 spot. Now we can go back to being a team that's not the hunted as much anymore. So some teams embrace that, don't you know? We do. It seems like anytime anybody ever gives us any expectations, we fall on our face. So Clemson may be in a position that they feel a little bit better right now anyway.
We talked about the fumble for Seth Williams. We didn't think it was a fumble. I don't think anybody thinks it was a fumble except maybe Mississippi State. Booby looks fantastic at the wildcat position. That is true. And I think Williams, Whitlow has looked better and better, I think, as the season has gone on. We just seem like we're using him in a different we're using him in a different way. He was the only one that didn't fumble.
I mean, I'm just talking about overall.
Yeah.
I'm talking about overall. You talking about running backs, but I know Booby, but this is one of the rare times he didn't fumble, which is good. He kind of gave that.
A lot of people talking about the Seth Williams fumble, not being a fumble. Speaking of turnovers, I believe I read that although Auburn does have a few turnovers, we aren't allowing any points off them so far this year. That's a big stat for Auburn, the defense able to do that.
And Stevens, I like Stevens' comment on here. A healthy Anthony Schwartz has been a major difference the last 2 games. It has. He's added that dimension, that speed sweep dimension, and teams. He ran it to, down there inside the 20 and we were able to score.
To the short side
of the field. Short side of the field, which is amazing in itself. Clemson gets everyone's best game. That's right, Patrick. But they are head and shoulders above North Carolina. They should never come down to that. Bonehead play call on 2-point conversion for North Carolina if they call a better play. And that's the danger with Clemson. If they do mess up and lose, they're out. Because of their schedule, and that's how, again, there's some benefits to playing a weak schedule, but there's also some downsides to it. And if Clemson loses a game in the ACC, going to have a hard time with this group of teams this year, with Ohio State playing as well as they are, with the SEC being as good as they are, for them to climb up and even have a shot to defend their title. It's what it is.
It's true. We'll see how that, like you say, Ohio State is playing well.
Ohio State is playing
Oklahoma is playing well.
So
it's going to be an interesting thing. You look at Auburn's schedule, you look at LSU's schedule, you look at even Alabama and Georgia's schedule, and then you look at Oklahoma and Ohio State and Clemson's schedule, and those 3 teams ought to be ashamed. Really. Auburn and Alabama and LSU all have to play each other. Georgia's going to end up having to play Auburn and whoever if they make it to the SEC title game. So
Clemson ain't got
their schedules are so much more difficult. That team that comes out of the SEC, and
don't we say this every year? And although the SEC is down, from the mid part down, I'm just saying. But the top's as strong as it's ever been.
Oh, sure.
And Texas A&M's kind of removed.
I'll give Colin Cowherd some credit. He had one of the best tweets I saw all weekend, in which was he said, "It always amazes me that Auburn and Alabama can be this good at the same time." He said, "There's 5 million people in the whole state. Passion matters."
It does, man. And when recruits come in to Auburn. And by the way, we haven't even talked about Sharif Cooper yet on this program. But when recruits come into Auburn and they go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and they see what they see, it's unrivaled anywhere else they go. When they go to somewhere else, they go, wow, this is nice. But, Auburn and Alabama leave lasting impressions when recruits come in. And who wouldn't want to play for those schools? Who wouldn't want to be on those, on those teams? And that's why Colin Cowherd, that kind of defends what he said. That's why we get all the best players. I mean, it just is. And I know Georgia does too and all that. I'm not just saying Auburn, Alabama, but for this state, when you go and show up and you're a good player, why don't you want to play for either one of those programs?
I mean, there was a time when Florida, Miami, and Florida State were all really super good. But, I mean, it's a different world. That's a huge state.
The swamp ain't even the same.
I mean, it's not. But, I mean, Auburn and Alabama being both national title contenders multiple times in the last 10 years is unrivaled anywhere.
It is.
It really is. We're up against the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
At Mortgage Pro, we won't be able to finance a new car or new boat.
You already know the power and reliability of a Mahindra tractor. Get ready to meet their ATV and UTV lines. Haul more and tow more. Do more. Reaching speeds up to 60 miles an hour. Models have a 12-inch ground clearance and the ability to haul up to 1,200 pounds. There's a Mahindra utility vehicle and a model specifically to get the job done. Test drive today at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. Serving Tallapoosa, Coosa, Clay, and Talladega counties. 256-392-3613.
Guys, it's back! Inline skating.
Rock and roll hair?
Calling this thing a pound sign instead of a hashtag? No, the Zensation is back at Zaxby's.
The Zensation Salad is back, and introducing the new Zensation Filet Sandwich Meal with hand-breaded chicken, Asian slaw, wonton strips, and citrus vinaigrette, both served with an egg roll. The Zensation Salad and Filet Sandwich Meal, only at Zaxby's.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Expect it or not, the loss of a loved one is difficult. Put your family first by planning ahead. This is Joseph Dean, new owner of Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers. We are a full-service funeral home with an on-site crematory and cemetery. Whether your need is immediate or you would like to plan in advance, our experienced, compassionate staff can assist you in designing an enduring memorial experience, burial, or cremation. Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers on Highway 280 in Camp Hill or online, alabamafuneralhomes.com.
Harbor Point Ship Store has everything to make your day on the lake more enjoyable. Come on out to the biggest marina on the water. They have pizza, hot dogs, burgers, and more. Get your gas, groceries, snacks, ice, and everything you need for a fun day on the lake. Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned boat? Harbor Point has the best selection around of everyone's favorite Crest pontoons and Four Winds boats. Harbor Point also has a great selection of pre-owned boats. Come on out and take a look at Harbor Point, Marina Point Road in Dadeville. Get to the point.
Tires are important, and when getting a great price on tires, you want to get it right. So make the short drive to Wright's Tire in Sylacauga. Wright's Tire can get you any make or model of tire, and they make the drive worth it with volume pricing. Whether North Tallapoosa, South Talladega, or Coosa County, make the right choice, the right selection, the right service, and the right price. All at Wright's Tire on Fort William Street in Sylacauga. Call for a free quote, 256-245-7778, and get the right price on tires.
Cater your tailgate and game day parties with Chicken Salad Chick. All the Chick favorites like Buffalo Barkley, Kickin' Kaylin, and Sassy Scotty make the perfect dips and sandwich platters. Chicken Salad Chick is always a great choice when planning for a crowd. Our grab-and-go quick chicks make it easy. And now for a limited time, Rockin' Rita is back. Made with Wickles spicy red relish, this flavor has a kick of spice. Chicken Salad Chick and fall football, the perfect matchup.
Hi, I'm Kurt Bowman, General Manager of Vaden Toyota. We'd like to announce our new lifetime warranty on any new Toyota.
Hashtag lifetime warranty. Hashtag we love our customers.
It can be used nationwide at no additional cost.
Hashtag customer service.
So come on by and let us show you
the Vaden way.
Maintenance matters.
Totally awesome.
Vaden Toyota of Sylacauga, just a short drive from home or online.
Your neighborhood dealership.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you, taking you up to 1 o'clock today. Thank you so much for all of you out there joining us on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Auburn 56, Mississippi State 16, a very dominant win from the number 7 team in the country. We were talking about talent, though, across the board in the top 10, an interesting statistic.
Yeah, a tweet that came out from NCAA Football Nation 24/7. Go out there and follow them because they have some cool stats that come up like this. And it said how many 4- and 5-star recruits are on each of the top 10 teams currently right now roster. And at the time, this was last week, so Clemson was number 1. I'll read them in order from 1 to 10. Clemson with 40, Alabama with 68, Georgia with 60, LSU 51, Ohio State 59, Oklahoma 49, Auburn 46, Wisconsin 9, not 49, 9. Florida 39, Notre Dame 47. So every single team in the top 10 right now has at least 39 4- and 5-star athletes on their roster, and Wisconsin is the true outlier there with 9.
And
so
beat Michigan's brains in, who I bet's got more than.
Oh, Michigan's got a lot.
I bet they got 40-something as well.
Yeah, but they just didn't list them because they weren't in the top 10. But
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, Ohio State's got 59, so I'm going to say Michigan's probably got 35 to 40 on their roster. Wisconsin's got 9. So they embrace who they are year in and year out. And I know they're not great every year, but Andy, for the most part,
They're competitive.
they are competitive, and they figure out ways to get it done. They embrace the fact that they are a run power team. We're going to be good on the offensive line. We're always going to run a Melvin Gordon or a whoever out there at running back, and just going to run over you and play good defense, play good enough defense to keep us in the ball game. And
they got passionate fans too. They got a good atmosphere.
Camp Randall's a crazy place to go in and play. And look, they're a team you don't ever want to draw out in a bowl game.
No, we've done it several
We
times.
have. We've beat them, but they've beaten us too. And but they're always a solid program. But to have that kind of discrepancy compared to everybody else is amazing.
That guy's done a really good job. I think he's a good coach. I don't think there's any doubt about it. Patrick says Auburn's only got 1 interception this season. Look for that to change against Florida. And Tut will take a punt back to the house. Ohio State hasn't played anybody, but Justin Fields looks really good, otherworldly, Scott says, so far. Makes me wonder how he didn't beat out Fromm at Georgia.
Well, it's hard to bench Fromm because of how he's playing, and he just don't lose. But the new NCAA transfer portal, now you have a good quarterback back there waiting in the wings, and he's not going to wait anymore. And now you lose him, and then people go, man, look at what he's doing now. And we all knew Justin Fields was talented. We didn't doubt that at all. But I mean, how do you put Fromm on the bench? I mean, obviously Kirby Smart liked what Fromm was doing, and I mean he's followed through. I mean he doesn't lose very often. So
Patrick says, what if Auburn, LSU, and Alabama all finish 11-1 in the regular season? And I'm assuming that would be a loss to each other.
I was going to say that's a round robin loss.
I would imagine it'll come down to who's ranked higher, because all the losses would be in the Western Division. And I don't know what.
And if it's Alabama losing at the very end to Auburn, I mean that could be.
I mean, my goodness.
I mean that
LSU and Auburn would be. Well, LSU would be probably.
That would be LSU beating Auburn and Auburn beating Alabama, and then maybe Alabama beating LSU.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's crazy, dude. It could happen.
It could definitely happen.
You know what? I kind of like to see it.
Well,
I want to win them all. Don't get me wrong, but
in that case, though, the better team is the one not going to the SEC title game
just
to play Georgia.
That's exactly right.
Probably. So you're sitting back. You maybe have two other teams.
Somebody tank at the end. Do you
Well, who
actually
gets
take
left
an Iron
out,
Bowl?
or do you have 3?
Hey, look, it worked out for Alabama 2 years ago. They lost and ended up winning the national championship, and they got their guys healthy. Auburn went on to play an SEC championship game with a banged-up team and a banged-up Kerryon Johnson, lose to Georgia, and Alabama leapfrogs and goes on to the national championship or the college football playoff.
Something we haven't talked about today, let's switch gears quickly. Something that we were all looking forward to, we were all expected, we were all certainly hoping finally comes to fruition. 5-star point guard Sharif Cooper commits to Auburn over the weekend. Another 5-star with him as well, Jamel Green.
Jaron Green.
Yeah, don't want to say that wrong.
Let's please not mess that one up, because he's ranked higher than Sharif Cooper.
Yeah,
so.
I think he's like the number 2 or 3 player in the country.
That's right.
So a big weekend. Auburn celebrates the Final Four appearance. Charles Barkley gets the Final Four ring.
Was it a basketball promo for the first half in the Jordan Hare Stadium? Every time there was a timeout or a break, it was Bruce Pearl. It was a recap of the season. It was showing the rings. It was somebody proposing to Chumo Kiki and him getting embarrassed. And it was stuff like that went on that, man, people are ready. And by the way, he answered our question from last week. There will be a tip-off at 2.
Tip-off at 2.
He said he didn't care if it was a hurricane or not this year.
Yeah.
We're going on.
Ain't been a drop of rain in a month.
And it'll pour. It'll be sliding all over the place.
It is October, though, so it's a little ways.
But tip-off at 2.
Week or two, so. That's going to be a lot of fun. That'll be huge.
Is it October 17th?
Is that right?
Then I
think that's sounds
kind of in that vicinity.
Let's call it that.
Did I hear a 9?
I'm sure somebody will correct us here
pretty quickly.
Kind
of one of those around that ish kind of deals.
Second 5-star in Auburn history.
Yeah, Mustafa Heron.
After Mustafa Heron. Yeah.
Look, and this class isn't finished.
Oh no.
And
who knows?
I'm telling you, man. Can you just? It's just another world we're in right now. Thinking about how good our football team is, and how great we played Saturday, and then you get some of the loudest cheers about basketball, and Bruce Pearl pops up on the jumbotron. Yeah. It's truly amazing.
And celebrate another equestrian national championship.
I know
nobody
check it off.
I mean, I know nobody goes, like those don't consider those big events, but
it is to those girls. Deal. It's to the people that are around the program.
I mean,
it's a massive event.
It is the most quality program of that stature in the country. Up against another break. Don't go anywhere. One final segment right after this.
Mortgage Pro is the new standard for mortgage loans. While other banks are taking 45 to 60 days to close a loan, Mortgage Pro is making it happen in less than 15 days. Your mortgage loan goes from start to finish in less than 15 days. Mortgage Pro is able to make this happen by having the most advanced technology and a highly trained staff with over 98 years combined experience. If you're looking to buy a home or refinance your current mortgage, call Mortgage Pro and let our team go to work for you.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
I am Lisa McClendon from Country Financial, and I have spent years in our community helping people protect their homes, cars, and lives. I am proud to be a member of the 2018 National Championship Team and a National Advisory Council member for Country Financial. Complete financial security does not end with just insurance. I am also here to help you plan for your financial future.
Together, we can help you set up a step-by-step plan to reach financial security.
Let's talk soon.
WOTM, your TV home for high school sports in Alabama. This Thursday on WOTM, catch the AHSAA High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Ox Foundation. This week's matchup will feature the Hoover Bucks versus the Tuscaloosa County Wildcats. Stay with WOTM through the postseason for live games all 4 weeks of the playoffs. WOTM, the home of AHSAA Super 7, live from Jordan Hare.
Cater your tailgate and game day parties with Chicken Salad Chick. All the Chick favorites like Buffalo Barkley, Kickin' Kaylin, and Sassy Scotty make the perfect dips and sandwich platters. Chicken Salad Chick is always a great choice when planning for a crowd. Our grab-and-go quick chicks make it easy. And now for a limited time, Rockin' Rita is back. Made with Wickles spicy red relish, this flavor has a kick of spice. Chicken Salad Chick and fall football, the perfect matchup.
LMG Advertising Agency offers a comprehensive marketing solution tailored to each of our clients' needs. We are a full-service marketing firm offering website design and development, video production, social media marketing, search engine optimization, and overall branding that includes logo design, brochures, mailouts, and more. Our experienced team of marketing professionals would love to come up with a marketing strategy that will deliver results for you and your business. Learn more at lmgadagency.com or call today to start at 256-825-0197.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace. Smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for just one final segment in today's show. Talked about a lot of things. We didn't talk about California governor signing a bill that allows
too busy talking about great recruits signing Auburn football and basketball.
Signing that will take effect in 2023. Athletes in California will be able to profit off their name and likeness, and it's specifically they'll be able to sign with shoe companies, contracts with shoe companies, drink companies, apparel, whatever it might be. There was a little caveat I read in an article that said that as long as it didn't conflict with the team's contract. So I'm assuming, like, if you're, if you sign with Auburn and you can go sign with Nike or Adidas or anybody, you would have to probably sign with Under Armour, some sort of deal.
Now it pigeonholes you into what team you want.
I'm guessing that's what it.
No, that is what it is. And look, this is just the start of a long road that we're all about to go down. This thing is going to be challenged in courtrooms. Like you said before the show, you and I were talking, it'll probably end up before the Supreme Court. Everything else in the world does. So why not add that to the docket for the Supreme Court to decide if that's, if they can do it or not. Yeah. So I don't see how they can stop it, Andy, to be honest. It's a free world we live in. It's free enterprise, unless they say, college is amateur athletics and it was meant to be that way, and they decide, I don't know, man. I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a judge, and I don't write opinions on things like that. And
well, that next big thing is what you've been talking about, and that is if the NCAA finally does say, okay, if you want to do this, that's fine, but any team that takes advantage of that in the state of California, you are eliminated from competition as far as in the championships of the NCAA. The NCAA is a voluntary. It's not mandatory that colleges are a part of the NCAA.
But if you're part of the NCAA, you have to abide by their rules.
You have to abide. So is that going to mean? Well, California say, okay, and then you got 10 other states or 20 other states,
well, that's
or 50, all 50 states say, well, we're going to do this as well. Then it's either the NCAA gets on board or it's a different.
No, the NCAA,
they go away.
They're non-existent at that point. They have nobody to govern.
No,
because the NCAA's already come out and said if this passes, they're going to say that. I mean, Mark Emmert's already come out and said they will not be allowed to participate under our umbrella. Well, like you said, the power flips back to the other states. If California and teams in California can get other states and universities to follow suit, then now all of a sudden the NCAA has nobody to govern. They're entertaining this already in South Carolina. Who's next after that? Does it just stop there? I don't think it probably will. I would assume that you'll see other states following suit, and then the NCAA will have to make a decision on what they want to do.
Yep.
It's kind of like back in the old days with Joe Paterno and Bobby Bowden when the NCAA started to snoop around their programs when they were in their heyday in the early 80s. And both of them looked at them and said, I tell you what, we'll just pull out and go do our own thing. And you don't have it. And they went, okay, y'all, okay, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and, and they kind of backed off. And, I mean, that's what it's going to take. And we'll see if they force the NCAA to change the way they write their rules.
Bouncing around the SEC as we kind of close out the show. Texas A&M and Arkansas play another close game. Arkansas actually outgains A&M. They outrush A&M, not by much, but they do. They outpass Texas A&M, and they end up losing 31-27. Nick Starkel knocked out of the game early. Ben Hicks comes in. Looks actually better.
Did you see him run up and try to tackle that defense?
Yes.
I mean, it was like literally you could put a truck over the top.
It's like
of
a
that
dog
guy.
getting run over by a car.
He got run over by a car.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to. You could put a little mean truck on top of that guy running, and as violently as he went back like that, I was like, he's just like somebody went out in the street and got hit by a car.
Yeah.
In traffic. And then he gets up and he's like, oh, God, I'm not even good. I need to get my arm. I can't get any strength in this arm. I got to get up. And they carted him off. Could he not have he's his arm? Why did he get carted off?
I don't know.
Could he not walk to the locker room?
Maybe it was a long walk.
Well, I mean, good Lord.
That is a big stadium.
Well, take the shoulder pads off and it'll trim off 10 pounds.
Whew.
So
Kentucky's problems continue as they fall to South Carolina 24/7.
Can I just go back one time to Nick Starkel?
Please.
He wore a Justin Bieber shirt the last few games.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
And he tore it. I mean, there's something wrong with him. I'm just.
Well,
he looks weird to me. I mean, I hate to cut him on him, man. He looks. There's something about him. But go ahead. Let's move on.
Kentucky, they're just not built.
They're just not.
They're not a program that can lose their starting quarterback. They're just not, and they're going to falter. Vanderbilt finally gets a win over Northern Illinois, although it was a struggle. Again, Northern Illinois outgained Vandy, but lose 24-17.
But they got a win.
24-18.
They got a win coming at the end of the year against Tennessee. So just hold on.
Maybe
to that.
so.
No, maybe to it.
Florida kind of blows out Towson 38-0, although not overly impressive numbers for Florida. 160 yards rushing, 262 yards passing.
Joe Flacco's brother, quarterback for Towson.
It's got to be related.
No, I'm just saying that is him.
Oh, he's his little
That's
brother.
Just his little brother.
Okay.
It's Joe Flacco's brother.
A lot of distance between them and that family.
Yeah.
Must have been a late addition to the family. Alabama takes care of Ole Miss, but gives up 476 total yards and 279 yards rushing. John Reese Plumlee runs for 109 yards at the quarterback.
A lot of people remember him in the recruiting talks back then. He was, Auburn was looking at him. He was a Georgia guy too. And, ends up going to Ole Miss, and hey, it worked out for him. And the thing for Alabama right now is they got to be questioning the difference in what they've looked like the last decade to what they look like now. I mean, they're scoring the heck out of points. Obviously, their strength is throwing the football and not as much running anymore, but they're not stopping many people. And this was the argument we had back in the day. Can you have a good defense and a good offense like that? And Alabama's, they're giving up a lot of yards right now.
They're giving up yards, they're giving up points, but can anybody slow down that passing game? That is the question. And we'll find that out maybe
so many
in the
weapons,
coming
man.
weeks. They do have a lot of weapons. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for us today. On the Auburn Blitz, we appreciate so much all of you out there joining us. Love for you to join us tomorrow, same time, same channel, right here. For Brett Pritchard, I'm Andy Graham. So long, everybody. We'll talk again soon.